I know it's kind of hard to pay attention to every single issue happening in this country, especially considering the fact that we have a president who's a total nut job, and we have about 80,000 people running for president on the Democratic side. Well, maybe just 79,999 with Beto O'Rourke recently dropping out. But nonetheless, there's a lot going on in the world of simple electoral politics. But please, let's not forget the fact that we have children locked in cages in detention facilities along our southern border. And in fact, thanks to a Freedom of Information Act request filed by the ACLU, we now know the extent of the abuse that these children are suffering at the hands of Customs and Border Patrol agents in those detention facilities. They have been run over by vehicles, threatened with rape, and beaten mercilessly while handcuffed. And that is according to the 35,000 pages of complaints that the ACLU got their hands on. Now, Vice did a phenomenal write-up of this. And rather than sit here and give you the summary, I'm going to read word for word what Vice wrote here based on those 35,000 documents. One 16-year-old Guatemalan boy claimed he was verbally abused and strip-searched while in custody in 2013. This was during the Obama administration. He said 2 agents accused him of lying about his age and falsifying his documents, and then told him he'd be sexually abused by an adult detainee if he didn't tell the truth. One of the agents told the boy to remove his clothing, searched him, and continued to interview him about his age while he was undressed. Another Mexican minor said officers in Texas verbally harassed him while they drove to a processing station. At one point, according to a May 2013 incident report filed by an officer, the agents took him out of the van and told him he was going to be raped. The agents said the boy would be beat up if he resisted, according to the document. One agent also allegedly pulled out his pepper spray and held it to the boy's face and told him he'd be sprayed if he fought back. So what's interesting here is you notice the dates. 2013. That's just 1 year into Obama's second term. 35,000 pages of these complaints that stretch from the Obama administration all the way through the Trump administration. We have said plenty of times, I have said sitting here, that yes, Obama did horrible things down at the border, but what Donald Trump did was worse. I don't know that I can credibly say that anymore after reading this, and there's so much more, folks. One officer, I'm going to keep reading. One officer filed an incident report after 2 Mexican nationals said officers in Texas ran them over with ATVs. One said the vehicle ran over his right foot. The other said it ran over his lower back. Both were given a voluntary return to Mexico, according to the documents. Many children and teenagers said the officers beat them after they had been arrested, sometimes while they were already in handcuffs. Folks, the stories go on and on and on and on and on here. And it's not just happening under Trump. It didn't just happen under Obama. And I think it's wrong at this point to even try to quantify, well, this is worse. No, it's all horrible. It's all human rights abuses taking place at the hands of these administrations, Democrat and Republican alike. And it's still going on today. Still going on today. That's what we have to focus on. There needs to be accountability. There needs to be congressional hearings about this. And you know what? If you got to haul Obama and his officers and cabinet members into Congress and ask them tough questions that Democrats don't want to ask them, then you got to do it. Because this is disgusting. What's happening today is disgusting. And the only way we get it to stop is to actually talk about it and to cover it and to investigate it. Because if we don't, make no mistake, this isn't going to stop. Thanks for watching, everybody. And don't forget, if you like what you see here, like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. And now you can also become a member of Ring of Fire and get exclusive early access to certain Ring of Fire videos all throughout the week. Just click on the little join button right below the video.